less and desperate. This is the face of the vast of Costanza, and there are some features like the mouth open as if screaming, and her face is you can perceive by her face the despair. And Gian Lorenzo keep the two busts with him forever, maybe for remember the power of this love.
Angela, please. Angela. Concerning literature and architecture, it's about Palladio.
I am Angela. I talk about literature in the architecture. Andrea Palladio was an architect, theorist, and designer who worked in the Republic of Venice. He wrote the 4 books of architecture. The architectures of Palladio are UNESCO examples of UNESCO sites. And the 4 books of architectures have 2 rules: design rules and building rules. Design rules based on the appearance, and the building rules based on the logic of the construction of the villa. And the first book of architectures contains choice of material. Second book concerns drawing and plans of villas. Third book describes a way to build roads, and the 4th book traces the finding on a large number. In 10 volumes, there are examples of architectures.
May I?
Good morning, my name is Ai, and I'm a student of Istituto Mîţă Stracangeli. My class worked to a project to talk about the ports. A port is a natural or artificial structure placed on the coastline of the sea, designed by to protect the boats of the adverse condition of the sea, and to facilitate the embargo and disembargo of the people, and the loading and unloading of the cargo. This is a picture of the Ancona ports. And the ports has always been a source of trade and communication. The most important port of ancient times was the port of Athens, built by Themistocles to increase the power and the hegemony of Athens in the Aegean Sea. This is a picture of Ancona by night. The port of Ancona was built by the Dorians, who have the possibility that the natural port gave. The coast, in fact, formed an elbow, from which the name Ancona, that in Greek means elbow. This is all the picture of Ancona ports. Over the port in Ancona is the cathedral of San Ciriaco. This is the picture of cathedral, and under the picture we have the triumph arch.
It's a sunset in Ancona.
Yes, but
The history. Sunset.
According to
Good.
Goethe, the Ancona sunset is the most beautiful to all the world, because when Goethe doing her travel around Italy, he saw this sunset and he liked so much. Thank you for attention.
Skyscrapers.
Hello, I'm Sonia, I'm 18 and I'm from Ancona, and I'm going to show my presentation about skyscraper. A skyscraper is a large building extended vertically and constituted by a large number of habitable floors. Skyscrapers are popular in the world. Our world is becoming increasingly crowded. Why not take advantage of the outstanding resistance of steel and build high houses? So many students become good engineers and so be able to design new skyscrapers. A good project of a skyscraper is combines housing, leisure, and work into a rational and balanced mix. Building vertically occupying little space and is good for the natural areas, and a minor damage will be done to the environment. This is an example, and this is a way to respect nature by mixing green and concrete.
Jason, Alexandru.
Sometimes the design are eco-sustainable and the results are very good. This is the example of skyscraper in Italy. And this in Spain, Poland, Romania, Portugal, and Cyprus, Latvia, and in the world by
Good morning. My presentation is housing in the world. The ideal home for other countries in Europe and the European citizen. A home is a building that is used for the residential people and must be composed by a multi-story building and contain more residents. Home and house compose the housing unit, and there they live one family. The housing must be built for respecting the law and the rules in the country. House consists of several rooms of area, such as kitchen, living room, bathroom. And now I analyzed each single room. The bedroom area consists of one bedroom, two bedroom, four more bedroom, and all are connected by a hallway. All the rooms must be habitable and light that give must be have a window that give light for people, and each room must be equipped with heating, plumbing, and sanitary facilities. The kitchen must be equipped by a vacuum cleaner for the elimination of the fumes of vapor when people cook, and the standard size of European rooms varies from 99 square meters bedroom to 15 square meters living room. The bathroom, the toilet are provided with a vase, bidet, bathtub or shower. But other the housing unit, the ideal home in Europe are the camper. The camper is used for travel Europe, learn more languages, and meet new friends to do new experiences. And the camper with the home is more comfortable to travel in the complete freedom, and with the camper you can visit different places with more comfort and a lot of money,
Hi, my name is Matthew. I want to talk to you about the stadium. The stadium is not only the place where the people games, but is also the place where people gather to witness the ritual of collective games. The word comes from the Greek stadium. For the sport was very important for the Greek ancient, and they organized first Olympic Games in Olympia. In the 17th century, the stadium was very big and was built for rugby and cricket in UK. In 20th century, the building was very, very big for party demonstration. It was within with the fascism in Italy and Nazism in Germany. Today, every capital city has a multi-purpose stadium designed by a famous architect. Unfortunately, the stadium were also the sham of massacres, such as in the stadium of Santiago de Chile in 1973. The people, the citizen opponents, was tortured by Pinochet's fascist government. It also happened in Buenos Aires with military dictatorship. The dissident citizen, known all over the world, has desaparecido. Azteca Stadium was the world's biggest with 150,000 seats. Inaugurated in 1966, it was built by a private television, and the stadium hosted American Cup matches. The Olympic Stadium in Munich, it was built for the Olympic Games in 1972. It was designed by Frei Otto, and this stadium hosted a concert by famous singers like Rolling Stone, Pink Floyd, Depeche Mode, CDC, and the other singers. The stadium of Muniz of Bahia is Olympia Stadium. The stadium is called the boat for their form. It was built with a special filter. The special filter is called ATF, ethylene tetrafluoroethylene, a synthetic membrane which is recyclable, whole recyclable, crash-proof, thermal, and self-cleaning. Santiago Bernabéu Stadium is very important stadium. It was built in 1947 by a architect Castel. The original name was changed in honor of legendary Real Madrid president Bernabéu. This stadium is especially for as Italian because there Marco Tardelli screamed after the decisive goal in the final match of 1982 World Cup. Remarkable the game between Spain and USSR where two opposing political system fought once against the other.
Yes, and capitalism won, and that's why we are so poor now.
The Olympia Stadium history began in 1912. The stadium was designed by Otto Mark. The building process was stopped during the First World War, and Hitler in 1936 commissioned his son to redesign the structure, and here Italy won the final match of FIFA World Cup.
The lines everywhere.
The Greek Theatre of Champions was restored by Olympic Games in 2004, and this stadium opened the games in this year. The Olympic Stadium is a stadium of Rome, in the capital of Italy. It was built in 1953 by Annibale Vitellozzi, and Italy used this stadium for the Olympic Games in 1960. This stadium was restored during the 1990 World Cup. FMB Stadium is complete name is First National Bank. This stadium is very important because in the stadium Nelson Mandela.
Johannesburg.
Johannesburg.
Ah, yes, no, mistake. Wood.
Yes.
Wood.
In this stadium, Nelson Mandela spoke for the first time after his release from the prison in 1990. This stadium hosted the final match of FIFA World Cup in 2010. Maracanã Stadium in Rio de Janeiro is very famous stadium in the world. It was built in 1950 by for many architects. And this stadium contains a museum of football, and the stadium has hosted many concerts by Sinatra, The Kiss, and Madonna. The Wembley Stadium was restored. The two towers, Hansen Tower, was replaced by the arch, and this arch is visible across London, thanks to a special lighting. The San Nicola Stadium was built in 1990 for the World Cup, and the stadium was designed by a famous Italian architect, Renzo Piano. Ullevi Stadium was built in 1958 by Janek and Samuelson. The Ullevi Stadium it was used for athletic and football sports. Arena Stadium in Amsterdam was built in 1996 by Soester. His roof is made by a plexiglass slide, and the roof can open and close in 20 minutes. Thank you for.
Not least, the very last one, Michele.
Hello, my name is Michele and I'm from Mamitelli Strampangialini of Ancona. Today I want to introduce you the Italia Piazza. Italia Piazza is a square or shared urban space of the citizens can meet together. This was born in Greece, and but it was developed in Italian Renaissance. And the Italian Renaissance has had a leading role in the development of the piazza, because he had introduced magnificent sculptures, governmental place, and wonderful church. This is Piazza San Pietro of Rome, and it was built of the Baroque style. This is a site of the Vatican State, and was the maximum example of the Catholic architecture.
It looks like the landing place of a giant flying saucer.
Dice che sembra la pista d'atterraggio di un
Yes.
Why is it so big?
Perché così?
Because every day, 1,000 faithful.
I was there and it was empty. It was only me and few persons.
Yes, to celebrate. Perché dice così?
To celebrate the Sunday, the
No, the magnificent of the Pope of the Cristiani, per celebrare, ti chiede perché è così grande. To celebrate Christianity, to underline the importance of religion, probably.
Okay.
It's too much space for just a person.
Troppo spazio per solo una persona.
Yes.
Papa. The Pope. Go on, the next one, yes?
This is Piazza dell'Anfiteatro, Lucca. This piazza was built on the ancient Roman amphitheater in 2nd and 2nd century AD. And we can see that the piazza have an elliptical form. This is a Piazza Duomo of Milan. This is a soul of the city, and in this piazza the Milanese celebrated the most important events. And we can see the cathedral that was built with a Gothic style, and it is famous in the world. This is a Piazza Re Ferrari and of Genoa, and this is a main square of the city. The piazza have at the center the most biggest fountain. This is a Piazza Castello Torre, and this meant the main square of the city, and is the heart of the historical town center. In this piazza meet the four main streets of city. And this is the Piazza San Marco of Venice. This is an only square that the citizens call piazza. The other square the cities call field. And it's finished.
Well, thank you so much for your passion, but they have worked so much, so I wanted to gratify them.
Yes, it was necessary to see all the kids with their presentations. And we also have here our partners from Poland. And I will ask Przemek to say us a few words about the past months since their project reunion.
Okay, welcome from Poland. At the beginning, I want to thank Trini for the warm welcome in Spain. I try to be at least once a year in Spain, so it was a pleasure to come here. We've done a lot regarding our project. We focus mainly on practical things. For example, we did a lot of 3D sketch projects, designs. Our students made about 50 houses in 3D, so it's a lot of work. Some of them are about houses in the future. Some of them are about some nice things, nice ancient houses in Poland, connected with the history of famous people. And some of the houses are just ordinary houses in Poland, although some of them have swimming pools, which is not true because we don't usually have swimming pool in Poland, but it's fiction. Yeah, it's fiction. Yeah, but they tried a lot. They've made 50 designs, so they look really professionally, and you will all can see them in SkyDrive. I tried to put them all, but it is so heavy that it would.
Can I interrupt right now? Search for a method to integrate. Just wait, it's charging. To integrate these models built in SketchUp directly to the website of the project, but giving the possibility to move the 3D model to explore it. Is it theoretically it is possible, but practically it depends on the version that we have for building them on SketchUp. Because I tried to integrate some old SketchUp models we made at the beginning of the project 2 years ago. We didn't succeed. I didn't succeed.
Would you like to make a video?
Yeah.
Yes, it's possible.
Because you see these buttons here. These buttons are from an add-on. I put on the Architeaching SkyDrive. You can take it all from there, and it helps through this button. You can I miss the word. You can record your film, your 3D moves in SketchUp, and you can export the file as an AVI file, a video file. Yeah, yes, but my intention was to use original SketchUp files to integrate them into the website of the project, and with the mouse to explore like we do in the program. Is it possible? But I still have to study the method. But I promise you, the next weeks I will try to. But that's why I need the original SketchUp files that you create. Not you can create, of course, pictures or movies, but I also need these files.
Okay, next. So that was about. That's
because I'm a cat.
Yeah, that's about.
I eat mouse.
About designs. Here we've got a short presentation in iSpring. If you want to make a movie from PowerPoint, you can use iSpring and iSpring. So you can have something like this. It is a very nice presentation about our city and surrounding historical places. So you can see the road. It is a road from our town around the most interesting parts of our region, and it was done by our students and our colleague, my colleague who is sitting over there.
And because of this Polish article, our website is charging quite difficult, so you have to be patient because the site is full of scripts.
Yeah. So it has a lot, about 36 slides. So a lot of reading and a lot of pictures and historical facts. Right now it is in Polish, but I will translate it into English as well.
And you can see, in fact, that our dictionary words and the words recognized by our dictionary are looks like this. And if you please put the mouse here, if you put the mouse near, or if you click. You can see the definition of the word.
So you can
because of this. Now this block.
Okay, another thing. Well, it doesn't work. And so we also started working on famous Polish designers, so we are still adding some names. It's not easy to find. The presentation is also placed in the SkyDrive, and it's not finished because we are going to finish in May, at the end of the May probably. So it is. We still add some.
The SkyDrive project.
Yeah. So we also done some. We've done encyclopedia and we've got lots of letters. We are doing Africa and Czech Republic and Hungary. So there are quite a few.
They are doing Hungary.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry, so I'm trying to speak as fast as possible to make it short. Well,
it will be tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. So let's give it.
I will.
So click here. So we are also trying to improve our LMS as well.
And they didn't put anything. So it's nothing to improve there. You understand?
Yeah, nobody has anything here in LMS, so it's not our fault. And also we have 5 presentations. I put every single presentation we have done so far and new ones. In your free time with better connection, have a look and enjoy our work. Okay, so that's it from my side. So thank you and
Tous les équipes ont déjà fini parce que c'est presque l'heure d'arriver et le bus attend. Mais je voudrais donc, parce qu'il y a des pays qui vont partir avant demain.